Today, we are visiting an awesome company in Springfield, Missouri. They are contractors who are implementing 2-second lean. And we're going to show you that lean works everywhere, not just in manufacturing facilities. And there is an epic amount of changes that their team is implementing, and they've only been at this for 4 hours. It was that morning. We did academic stuff, and then what you're about to see takes place over the course of 4 hours. A lot of them, this is the first time they've ever been exposed to the idea of lean. They're coming up with the fantastic ideas. We're going to get right to it right now. All right, guys, we are here in the middle of a 2-second lean training at a construction company. Follow us, and we're going to do a 3S'ing exercise. If you're looking for a great contractor, Best Building Co. in Springfield, Missouri. All right, guys, so here we are, Best Building Co., Springfield, Missouri. We are going to be doing a 3S or sort exercise. Can someone give me what sweep means?
Look around.
Okay, look around. What are you doing during a sweep?
Finding for stuff to get rid of or that we don't need.
Yep. Are you actually cleaning during that time?
No.
You are cleaning, but it's a byproduct. All right, so the first part of 3S is sweep. So we're gonna take everything out of this trailer. Why? Real quick, before we do this, the why behind it, because it seems unnecessary. Justin, how much stuff in there do you use? What percentage of stuff do you not use at least once a week?
Probably between 60 and 70%.
So 60 and 70% is waste that you're bringing with you to every job site. And historically, why did you do that?
Because it makes sense just to have every tool that we're going to use for each job site in there every day versus just having the tools we need for that day in there.
And that was the case before what?
Before 3S.
Before 3S, but where are we standing now?
Before we had a shop.
Yeah.
Right, now you have a shop. Before it made sense because your shop was this. So it makes sense to bring this everywhere. It's now different. Circumstances have changed. So now you're carrying around 67% of stuff that's not ever going to be used, right? So right now we're going to remove everything out of it, and then we're going to put back only the things that what? Okay. And then there's some stuff that you use per job. Like every job you'll use every tool, right? Actually, no. You were telling me about 1 or 2 things that you never ever use, very rarely.
Yeah.
So where's that going to live?
That'll find a home here in the shop.
Okay, so let's start by removing stuff real quick. What should we remove? This is a big 3S event. We're not going to be doing this kind of thing every day, but what should we remove right now? Generator?
Bottom jacks, generator.
What if we just removed everything and then we put back stuff only that we know we're going to need? All right, guys, we're getting close to getting everything out of the trailer. 2-second lean improvement, we brought lights in. So all this came out of the trailer, including stuff that's on the ground. So I'm not saying that we do this every single day, but we're gonna actually sweep and clean it. So we're gonna grab the shop vac, we're gonna suck out all the dust and the trash, we're gonna get the nooks and crannies and the blades in here, and we're gonna clean all the stuff out of the corners. All right, so now we're sweeping. We're done sweeping. We're vacuuming everything out. And Justin, what were you saying? How often do you think we should do this?
Once a week.
You think once a week, everything should come out. Ryan said once a month, but it should happen often. When was the last time this happened?
Probably when we first built the trailer.
This is the first time it's ever happened, right?
Pulled everything out, yeah.
Now, we missed a lot of it because we already swept it up and cleaned it up. Here's some remnants. Every single shelf, there's probably an extra 30 pounds, 20 pounds worth of what?
Just dirt, debris, sawdust.
Broken stuff, party backer. Okay. So, 3S time. Every morning, you should be doing something like this. Doesn't have to be as extreme. It might be one drawer, everything out. You clean and wipe everything down. You might want to wipe and clean this down and oil it, right? Do you have to oil the miter saw? Is there anything on it that goes wrong or fails?
Usually just the blade.
So swapping the blade, making sure that's good. Maybe cleaning out all these crevices.
Sometimes these split. These clips right here, they'll break. Those things, they'll break.
You have backups?
Not that I know of. We usually do, but I don't think we do right now.
Cleaning out all these crevices and corners. And another 2-second lean improvement. Somebody opened this door so multiple people could go in and out. So you just found out that what you were working on that you depend on every day is actually actively broken as we speak.
Well, it's been broken. It's been known that it's been broken.
Oh, it's missing over there. We've removed everything, we've cleaned it out, we've wiped down. We haven't wiped it down, we kind of vacuumed. Wiped down every surface. And this has never been done since you guys built it. Question we had before, one person answered, but did you guys find anything that you were looking for? That you were expecting to find maybe on a job before?
Miter saw blades.
You found, so you needed that on a previous job site and you couldn't find it?
Yeah, I mean the miter saw blade needs to be changed out, so I didn't realize that they were on the top shelf. They were basically outside, out of mind up there.
So you're in charge. You're someone that's in charge, and you use this every day.
Yeah, I mean.
And you didn't know where the stuff was.
Yeah, good. Good 60% of the time we use the miter saw.
Okay. All right, guys. While we're cleaning, we can clean later too. But real quick, we're gonna transition. Of all the things that you guys pulled out here, it's gonna take a little bit of time. What are you for sure not going to need every day?
Generator.
And if you don't need it every day, let's just kind of scooch it to this table over here. Or is there anything on this table?
Well, we got some more sawhorses that we could make another table that's...
Okay, cool. Now here's the cool thing, because this is on wheels. It's kind of in the way. We can just pivot it out of the way. So I'm going to teach you guys about a U-shaped cell real quick, and I'm going to do that right now. All right, guys, so we are here. We've kind of done this, so we're not quite in a U-shaped cell. I mean, it's kind of a U. Everything was moved out, and we're going to start sorting by most used to least used. So easiest thing is what of this pile for sure needs to be used every single day. And yeah, if we move a U-shaped cell, then you guys can easily sort stuff. So this is on the miter saw and it's used almost every single day. So this was in here on the bottom in this cabinet, right? So the question is, if you use it every single day, should you guys be bending over every single day to get to it, or is there another way you can carry it? We don't have to answer that right now, but let's just sort most used to least used. And we'll just kind of put it here. If you know for sure we're going to use it, and if we can, keep it, maybe we can even throw another piece of plywood on more sawhorses. That way we keep everything at waist level. So if you can think off the top of your head immediately, boom. You know what? Let's just take the empty table with sawhorses and put it right here, and whatever we know for sure you use every day goes on that. All right, so here we are. We just flip-flop those tables into a U-shaped cell, so it's minimal effort, right? There's not as much linear space. Whatever you are going to use every day, transfer to this table. Quick thing, as you guys are noticing this, before we had it laid out, stuff was in the way and it was all over the shop. We tucked everything closer into this U-shaped cell. This U-shaped cell means it's way easier for anyone working on anything in the center. If you're laying out cabinets or you're building fans or you're doing something in a room, the question is, you're not going to have this much space, but you might have these three little carts. Can you assemble your workspace into a U-shaped cell, right? Let's say Justin's tiling something and he's standing in a bathtub. Can he assemble a miniature U-shaped cell right up against the bathtub? So now he's just turning and using stuff. All right, so here we are. We've got what you use every day, and you actually found out that a lot of this pack-out space, valuable space, very easy to move around. A lot of this is empty, and a lot of this stuff isn't stuff you use every day. This is every single day. This is every job, but not every day. And this is specialty stuff, relatively. So every job and every day. Now, here's the question I have for you guys. Let's just start. I mean, we'll look at every table, but let's start at this table right here. Is all of this stuff ready to go? Doesn't need any maintenance? And how often? Or is something rusty? Can stuff break, right? This drill here, you have the chuck for it. Where's the chuck for this? So you tighten it by hand, you don't have the right tools. Have you ever been using this and then suddenly it stopped because it opened up or anything? Chucks are, what, $5 on Amazon? Is all of this stuff used every day? If it's used every day, do you service it? How often do you service it?
Never.
You said your lifeblood is this miter saw, but this miter saw has shit all over it, right? All these cracks. Anything get tight in here or weird on it?
No, not usually.
but this piece is actively busted off.
Yeah, on the other side.
And but you don't service it every. Well, this skill saw here.
Yeah, that gets oiled.
Do you oil it every day? When was the last time you oiled it?
I think Sam recently.
there. There's a boat on that.
So the question is, during 3S time, what should you be doing, right? You have a half hour every day.
We should probably have a service chart, honestly.
Service chart, that's a good one, right? This one right here, right? Now imagine this, right? And let's just say, right, wasted employee genius, not using skill sets. Let's say you have someone here that's like really good with like aviation shit. And they, I don't know, came from an industry where that shit matters. And if you don't have a service chart, then people could die because the plane's falling from the sky. They have skill sets. They've got, hey, on Wednesdays, right? Wednesdays we do a deep clean. Wednesdays is service days. Well, what if it only needs to be changed out once a month? Well, on Wednesdays, what we had going on is Wednesday was the day that we checked fire extinguishers. That was one Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we checked fire detectors, right? Because of OSHA compliance inside of our job site. So you guys could do that. But if this table really is, every day you guys require it, I would baby the shit out of the tools on that table. These are used every job. This looks like there's more stuff that can go wrong. Do you guys maintain these tools at all? More often. That's good.
Everything gets oiled.
Does this need to live on that?
Yes.
Right.
But not so much readily available.
Right, so it could live on there, but maybe towards the front of the thing. Okay. What about things in here?
These should live in the shop.
These should live in the shop. So you've already eliminated a third,
Yeah.
a fourth of your tools at least. Okay. These things is anything here broken?
Yes.
Broken stuff and you guys are carrying it around?
That.
Well, how much is that part?
I don't know how much this.
How much is the whole gun to replace?
350.
All right. So that's something that matters. $350 is a lot, but is it more or less for $350 versus one of you guys being able to use it, standing around for a full day?
It's less than us standing around.
Yeah. So these are the questions people are asking. What about this stuff right here, right? How much primer do you need? Did you know all that primer was in there?
Yeah.
Do you need all of it?
No.
You just need one or maybe two cans for one for backup?
Yep.
How did you get so much?
We buy kits with the primer and the glue together. The glue always goes out faster.
Got it. Can you buy just the glue?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you take the big glue and fill the little ones?
Yes and no.
Just depends.
If it was the same glue, yes.
Got it. So these are all the questions. So now, during 3S time, you guys should be maintaining this. Inside these boxes right here. Look at that box. There's like all kinds of different fasteners and stuff in here. Let's just do what we just did to those three boxes. Or is there more than these three boxes?
No, I think that's it.
If we want to do that, then let's do it to these pack outs. Because the pack outs are critical, right? Wouldn't you rather pull the pack out than this container right here?
Yeah.
Could something be in here that is current? Because this one's empty. All right, it is after lunch. We went and did a Home Depot run. All of the need to use every day is pretty much packed into these pack outs. Massive 2-second lean upgrade for equipment. They have these fasteners that are in here. They've got these light bars that are rechargeable, and they're already in, and they're motion sensitive, which isn't working. Oh, they're motion sensitive, so you see the light in here now. Massive improvement. Pack outs can go under here. You have this here. Biggest improvement, I think, is this guy. You guys had this every day, right? How did you have to use this, Vale?
Pulling out of this here drawer.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta open it all the way up.
And you're a pretty tall guy, so pull that out every day.
Yep.
Then this miter saw is heavy,
And it goes up here.
and you're manually bringing this in every house.
Yeah.
So you went and bought this cart and mounted it. Now what's the process?
You wheel it on in and you wheel it on out.
And is there any lack of functionality
No, it does the same thing.
as this? $200.
No, in fact, this has wheels, so
This has wheels, so you added functionality.
and you can move it around without breaking it all down.
The cart and the pneumatic stuff, you guys made this cart here. We have this rack. What's the significance of the rack?
The use of the rack. So this is going to be the rack for use of things that are used probably on the job like 50% of the time, and maybe like 20% of the time here, maybe like 10 or 15, and then things that are rarely ever used, maybe a couple times a year.
Got it. So what you use all day, every day, that's going to be living there permanently. Every job, can it be here? Not every job, but not every day might be here.
Right.
So that table, all of that doesn't necessarily have to go on the trailer today, does it?
No.
It's going to come here.
Yep.
And how much was this rack? $200? $250?
350.
$350. So $350. So not a crazy investment. And now you're saving all this time. Another 2-second lean improvement. There's this device back here, and that we plugged into and it didn't work. Or it worked, it was just very loose. So that was updated. And of course, look, you can see Vail clearly in there. Huge improvement there. All right, here we are in the trailer now. 2-second lean improvement is 2 of the pack outs too high will fit in these 2 cubbies that already exist. These are pack out stands. These 2 are gonna go on the wall, and all their plumbing and all their rarely used stuff can be pulled off. It's gonna actually live on the wall, making use of vertical space. Similar to this shelf is making use of vertical space. So they're grabbing fasteners to do that right now. All right, Sam, here's a quick work through for your guys. You got the cart with wheels. Everything today was taken out of the trailer, deep clean of the trailer. Things that you used every day was here. Every job, but not every day, was there. And then specialty stuff, not every job was over there. And here's your new trailer. You got lights in there. You've got multiple pack outs. They all slip under there. A lot of the stuff that was in here that you guys were crating around, that was been transferred to pack outs so they can easily come with you. Your big, whatever the miter saw sat on that was there is now set up over there. Your guys have the permanent shop saw. This guy is there. Pop in here and show you some other stuff. Cleaned out. You've got 2 or 3 more of these guys. This is actually cleared up so you can have the space that you had wanted to. This is, light. These are rechargeable, so you can pull them down, pull them into job sites if you need to. You got these mounted on the wall, so you can swap them out. And the guys are currently still thinking through some stuff. Shop back. All right, here we are at the very actual end of the day. Everything's now loaded in the truck, ready to go for tomorrow. Some more improvements. This was here. Of course, this brand new light is dead, so we got to try that. Improvement was made to strap this guy in so it doesn't fall over. We have all the electrical stuff is here because electrical is every single day, so it's right by the door. Ladder's gonna go in this space. Of course, you got the pneumatics carts on wheels. That's tied on there. And then you have emergency stuff in the middle, right? Because the middle is the back corner now because you can easily access stuff from there. Easily access stuff from here. All right, guys, we're at the end of the day. We're wrapping up here, about to head home. We've got this table. This is mostly just trash now. It's all loaded in there. Look how empty this is, and look how much natural light. Huge difference. Everything, or most everything that was on this table is now here, and they're slowly working on this table. Bonus, their skill saw, their miter saw that was here, because they got rid of this going back and forth with them on every job, they now have a dedicated shop miter saw, and that is the miter saw that was previously busted. So it's busted because basically it doesn't like to travel anymore, but it's perfectly fine to use. And so that's a big deal. And that is basically what's left here is trash and miscellaneous. Still going to take a lot of work. In one day we were able to do this, and really the whole first half of the day was just academic stuff. And that right there is proof that 2-second lean and lean ideals is not limited to just a manufacturing setting or just an office setting, right? These guys are going everywhere. They were having to walk back and forth, bend over back and forth. This improvement alone, while they've already gotten used to it because that video was shot 2 weeks ago, saves them from bending over, setting up, and tearing down each job site. Saves them approximately 45 minutes to 1 hour every single day. I'm going to do the math on that real quick. They were saving, we're going to go on the low end, 45 minutes a day times 261 times 6 dudes. All right, that's 70,000 minutes per year divided by 60 is 1,174 minutes. Divided by a 40-hour work week is 29 days, 29 working days, right? And so what that means is they've created one person for a month. Now let's divide this by 6 guys. They gave themselves 4.9 weeks back. They give themselves 5 work weeks out of the year. Already, they've gotten 5 work weeks out of their year back because of setup and teardown time at the end of every day. They haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what's going on. This is just the obscene, extremely very beginning of them just cleaning and slightly implementing 3S. This isn't even the continuing improvements that they're going to be doing every day. This isn't even the fact that they've bought better tools so they don't have setup and teardown times. This isn't even that they're constantly 3Sing once a week and taking things on and off as they learn stuff. This isn't even in the fact that in this video, you didn't see they have a second trailer that they weren't effectively using. Now they can have 2 trailers running at once because they can expand their crew. This means that business owner, Best Building Co., they get to have their guys run 2 crews at once without hiring a single other person. They can double their output. Let's say they only do time and a half. They do 50% more than they were doing before with the same amount of time, same amount of labor, same amount of guys. Now, all of a sudden, that is profit that's built in, where before they were a struggling company or possibly could have been. I don't know their financials specifically, but now all of a sudden, we just found them 5 more weeks out of the year. That is a month, guys, a month and a week. We found them a month and a week extra. They have a 13-week year with the same labor that they're paying the same amount. And guess what? People are like, oh, well, the business owner's taking advantage of the guys. No, the business owner is respecting his crew because before he was asking them to walk that far, to bend over, not giving them time to critically think. Now that's completely on its head. Now what's going on is they clear the time. You're not allowed to work. You can only make your life easier. That's what your job is for a first half hour of every day. I'm going to be coming out with a segment where you have the opportunity to have me help you for free, but it's going to be on air, right? You're going to shoot your problems beforehand. You're going to have the opportunity to ask me advice. I do charge usually a few $100s per hour. If you came on the podcast and did that question, then you get it for free. We're just going to be, you'll be bearing it all, but we're going to come up with, hey, the before, what's the problem? Let's attack the problem on air. And then boom, let's go after at the end. And hopefully we can maybe do a follow-up video in the future. Maybe not. A lot of the times you just need that first bit of seed and boom, you got it. You run with it. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, remember to please share this with somebody that you find gets value. We'll see you next time.